Fantasy, we are going to be joined by our good friends at Two Guys in One Pod, Chev and Addi, here in a few moments. But to bring you Last Chance You, Dynasty football is all about knowing when to hold them and when to fold them. And tonight, we're talking about players on official thin ice. We're breaking down the ultimate make or break players for this season. Drop a name in the chat that you're thinking about cutting from your squad this year. And let's get started.
Hey, yeah. Yeah, I don't follow no script. I make my own lane, got a spreadsheet mind and a red rat brain. Dynasty beats got that tape in my veins while they drafting by names. I'm exposing their game, no cap. We study the craft like film room rats. Gyms in the fourth while they stuck in the past. It's levels to the dynasty, keep or flex. From rookies to pros, we demanding respect. That's real. And I ain't never need clout for my clout to show. Just a mic, a take, and a team I grow. This ain't just picks, it's principle G. It's fourth in fantasy where you build your legacy. We 10 toes down, yeah, we stand on facts.
We're 10 toes down and we stand on facts, but you already knew that. Listen, my name is Hancho, and this is my guy.
Siriaco, call me Rocco.
And we are your fantasy playbook to more championship wins. And Rocco, the land of the what? Ooh.
We are a fantasy football podcast for Dynasty Sickos by Dynasty Sickos. Everybody's welcome.
And we are joined just with one other half of Two Guys in One Pod. Our good friend Addi here. Let's hold on, get you in the middle. There we go. How we feeling? Can you hear us? We're having some technical difficulties this night. Listen, y'all, before we even hopped on pod, I was like, my laptop's dying. I went to go get the charger, and I'm looking around. Your boy left half of his charger at the hotel. That's the type of night we're having, man. But that's the type of you try to pivot. We're gonna get around it, and a replacement cord shall come. But Rocco, how we feeling tonight, man? How you feeling?
Oh man, I'm feeling great, man. I got Dynasty rookie drafts just popping off in waves. The first one started as the first pick got made in the real NFL draft, and I've had it at least 2 to 3 running at any given time for the last few weeks. So I'm learning a shitload about who people like, because just like the NFL draft, Dynasty rookie drafts will tell you exactly who your league mates like. And if you're in multiple leagues, you can take advantage of that in different leagues. So that's a time of great honesty is during Dynasty rookie drafts. So yeah, I'm just having a ball, just drafting my ass off.
Now, Rocco, and before we get into the nitty gritty, is there a player that you have selected, or majority you have selected in your rookie drafts?
Can we hear Addi? You there? Addi? Yep. I'll respond to that question. Probably my most owned player. It's all about cost. So, the cheapest guy that I can get at the very end of rookie drafts in the 4th round, sometimes undrafted, is my guy Caleb Douglas. Awesome guy down there in the Senior Bowl. Took every interview, even responded kindly to my shitty questions, and tested really well at the combine, and got the draft capital, 3rd round draft capital, which is the most draft capital of any draftee for the Dolphins in the 2026 NFL draft. Everybody loves Chris Bell, but he got drafted after Caleb Douglas. Coleman, after Caleb Douglas. So if I can get that kind of value, you got Bell sneaking into the back half of the 1st round. I can get Caleb Douglas, who was drafted higher, at the 4-6, the four
Yeah.
eight, 4-12, undrafted, and pick him up off the waivers. I'm doing that every time.
I'm not even mad at that, man. I say right now, currently, because I've either been, and we're going to get into the last chance, y'all. We got a good slate. We got a couple guys that it might be finito for, but I think I selected a good portion of some Jordan Tyson. You know, I got to get my Zachariah Branch love in there, and Antonio Williams is another guy that I've thought I didn't think I'd be selecting a lot of, but I absolutely love the placement in Washington and what he could be. So yeah, those are my guys that I've been really going for in these rookie drafts as of late. Mind you, I am in 40 plus leagues, so I get a lot of practice in this motherfucker. Nevertheless, last chance you. And we did this portion. We started actually did this kind of last year with guys that we thought were going to be on their last stint or needed to have a good year or it was going to be click clack, right? Now, let's start with who I personally was actually a buyer of not too long ago, which threw me off a bit, if I'm being quite honest with you, because I thought he would have improved upon it. But Rashod Bateman, Baltimore Ravens wide receiver. How are we feeling? Jamie's in the house. Look at these sexy brains, man. Don't get me started, Jamie. Don't hype me up, my boy.
Hey,
Appreciate you though.
hey, before we talk about Rashod Bateman,
Yes.
I'm gonna throw it to Addy, who is the Duck League champ, founder, the CEO. We finally has sound. He's been sitting over there mute, like a tiger in a cage, for the last few minutes. But let's introduce our guy there in the middle.
We
Who's
got
getting
Addy in the house, man. What? How we find? I know we was having technical difficulties playing, but
Oh my
how we
goodness.
feeling?
I bring my computer in Mexico for one weekend and all of a sudden I can't hop on a screen. It's good to see you guys. Thank you for having me and thank you for the patience. Sorry about that to anyone watching the squad here. If anybody noticed, I'm dressed up tonight. I'm getting ready for my playoff matchup. The good, better,
Oh
best
shit!
are playing the last chance you actually. So they're going down today, and it's fitting
Okay.
because we're talking last chance you on here. But I won't take up any more time because we're talking Rashod Bateman, who is about to be banished into the shadow realm by Jacoby Lane.
Oof. So let's talk about it. So right now, before we get into the nitty gritty, y'all, this is what we're doing right now. We're going to either do a thumbs up, or do we want to say that to the end? We want to give our spill, and then
We could do thumbs up, thumbs down, and then we're gonna do our spiel.
all right,
Very
then
well,
Addy,
very well organized here at Fourth and Fantasy.
Addy, is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down on Rashad Bateman? Thumbs down, thumbs down,
I'm
thumbs
giving them
down,
two thumbs down.
thumbs down. I think. Nah, we're gonna start with you, Addy. Let us know how do you feel about Bateman in 2026. And like you said, Jacoby Lane, they drafted Elijah Surratt, but they said he's going to play a lot in the slot. But right now, it's looking a little bleak for Bateman. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I not too long ago I was still believing in Rashod Bateman, and to be honest, I still think he has plenty of first round talent. Like he reminded me of Keenan Allen coming out of the draft, and he has a ton of mobility. But the problem is he can't stay on the field. Lamar Jackson, he's not really a timing passer. He likes moving around in the pocket. He likes a guy that can get open after the play's already broken down, and Rashod Bateman isn't doing that. Jacoby Lane just has a better opportunity to actually find himself open on the plays that Lamar Jackson plays well on. And that's the reason I have to be out on Rashod Bateman. If he was on a different team this year, if he got moved to a different roster, I could find my way back in. But if he's on the Ravens, even Surratt's going to get more playing time than it.
I like
Yeah,
that.
the problem with Rashod Bateman is he would look great on another team. The problem is he just signed a new 3-year deal in 2025, so he's probably stuck there for at least this year, if not this year and next year as a death piece. I mean, obviously they showed you what they thought about him by drafting not one but two wide receivers with decent draft capital. So yeah, he's pretty much nuked, and like Addy said, he's not a timing based passer, and he definitely has not shown the ability to support that many weapons in any given
Oh,
year.
Mike with the hot take. Tez Walker, Rashod Bateman. I mean, he had more touchdowns than Rashod Bateman last year, I think. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna read you Rashod Bateman's stats for the last few years that he's been in the NFL. 2025, 19 catches, 224 yards, 2 touchdowns. 2024, 756 yards, 9 touchdowns, which made you think there could be something there. The previous season, 367. The one before that, 285. And his rookie year, 515. He has never broken 1,000 yards in a season. Yes, you can also point that to the that he plays in, but he hasn't taken advantage of the opportunities that has been, set in front of him. That's why they went out and they drafted wide receivers, because they were like, Zay Flowers can't do it all, right? So yes, I think Rashod Bateman is butter. I'm gonna say I think about he's not Butterman was. I think he'll need to finally find another place somewhere else to be relevant. I think his time in Baltimore might be coming to an end. He did sign a contract, but I think they can get out of it as of next year, or his last year of his contract. So Rashod Bateman, fantasy football wise, I think is going to be on the outs until he moves into another team.
And Giant Mike, to speak to your comment there, Tez Walker might be greater than Bateman, but both of them belong on every waiver wire in every single league. Unless you can talk somebody out of a fourth, good luck with that.
Get him out of here. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And now let's move on to the next player. And this one might hurt us all, because we all thought when he went to this particular team, he was going to be the next guy up. Who am I talking about? Ben Sinnott. Whoo, that one hurts us. I know. Reel it in. Now, he's had ample amount of time. Hell, we saw Zach Ertz get his shit obliterated on national television, and they still barely gave this man meaningful snaps. And to note, there were down a quarterback, so I won't point too much down for it. But thumbs up, thumbs down, Ben Sinnott. I'm okay. I'm out. I'm out. But I'm gonna let Rocco tell me a little something. How you feeling?
This is one of the main reasons why. Check that out.
Okay, now he bringing up. He's saying he's athletic AF. That is what he's saying.
Athletic, good across the board, college yards per route, good breakout age, college dominator. Every one of the signs tells me that he should be more productive than he's been. And if you can take that off, I'm having trouble here. But yeah, he should be more productive than he's been. Zach Ertz may finally have aged himself out of productive role, at least in Washington. Chig, everybody loves Chiggy. Everybody loves to get Chiggy with it, but I mean, he's not exactly a sure thing. He may have some big plays. He may be a thing. I want him to be a thing. I have a bunch of Chig, but I also have a bunch of Sinnott. So what I am doing is I'm going the opposite way. I'm holding on to my Sinnotts, and as I see him get dropped, I'm sneakily adding him back onto the roster, because one thing that we know about tight ends is they have the longest developmental curve. And the fact that he plays in Washington, and they just may be making bad decisions. I don't know. So I'm gonna hold out hope for Sinnott. I think Addy feels the same way, and I'm curious to hear his thoughts on Sinnott. But yeah, I'm. If you keep dropping Sinnott, I will be 100% owning Sinnott in every league.
And before Addy gives his take, Jamie says, "Give me Chig all day, top 12 upside," and I'm right behind him.
I like Chiggy too.
Chiggy Chiggy won people. Chiggy with it. Let's get Chiggy with it. Chiggy won people they shit in playoffs time. All right, he got people through them tough times, even when we didn't expect it. Trader Clem says, "Go Bills." Jamie says, "Hey guys, love you all, but I'm hopping on a guest now." And listen, have fun, man. Appreciate you tuning in always. Keep grinding and have fun with it, my boy. Addy, tell us about your take. Let us what you think about Ben in 2026.
Hey, I'm right there with you. I wanted Chiggy to work out the entire time he was in Tennessee, but we just saw him get taken out by a young tight end. Gunnar Helm, who is by no means as athletic, by no means has as much experience, just absolutely banished Chiggy to the Shadow Realm until week 14, which delightful. That's awesome. Like, good for him. Good for him getting out there. But I want to see Benson on this role. And we just saw Zach Ertz develop Trey McBride into a top 3 talent. So let's see it again.
I'm sorry, Addy. It's not you. That it's crispy. That damn that.
What is hair done showed to me?
It's the one. It's the guy with the long. It's the guy with the long face, and he's like, brother.
Yo, my brother in Christ, don't keep wasting your hard earned fab dollars on Benson.
That was a good one.
I'm still in.
I'm not. Hey, I'm not mad at it, and I do have.
Give me the other side.
I got Ben in a couple spots, man. And listen, like Jimmy said, don't forget to hit that motherfucking like button. Support Fourth and Fantasy. Support Two Guys in One Pod. We love collabing with our good friends Addy and Chev. Always two ball knowers out in this fantasy football. Actually, I just now see myself. I corrected myself earlier. I said final football, final fantasy, some shit earlier. I'm in a gaming mood, but yes, appreciate Two Guys One Pod always jumping on. Hey, if I need to go get me some Ben, I might actually look on the waiver wire to see what I can pick up. Crispy says Ben Sinat got outsnapped by Coach State Yankoff and masturbates last year. At least we forget. Hey, you right? That's what I said. Well, you saw where my thumbs were, Crispy. You saw where my motherfucking thumbs were. Okay, now.
He's just got the longest. He's got the longest, girthiest development curve out of all of the tight ends.
Whoa, we getting very paused.
Real veiny development curve for Benson not in there.
What is going on?
What Addy says, phrasing.
What's going on? But I'm going to have to shit on, and I hate to do this because I am a fellow short king 5'7" out here. But
shit on air?
Demario Douglas. My boy. And it seems like anytime you try to put him in a blunt, he makes a touchdown and makes himself some semi-relevant for the Patriots. But they just can't seem to cut him. How are we feeling about Demario Douglas? Chat, let us know. Thumbs up, thumbs down for Demario Douglas. Here we go. 2026, Demario Douglas. Gotta go. Oh, Addy.
Oh shit.
Okay, now Addy always playing. Addy always playing. Listen, now, is that because we want our boy Afton Chisholm to take that role? Is that why? Is that it, or do we just not really believe in Demario Douglas to be fantasy football relevant? Should I say? I'll let you hit this one, Ad.
Yeah. You know what I gotta say about Demario is we've gotten to see the best case scenario for production share. Like, yeah, they don't have another receiver right now, but more likely than not, they're bringing in AJ Brown to that roster. Otherwise, they're going to find somebody off the street. They might bring in D-Hop. They might bring in a different older name to take a little bit of that target share away. He had Kayshon Boutte and the ghost of Stephon Diggs playing last year. And given Diggs put up an animatable show, but like, I think Kyle Williams takes a step forward. I think that Kayshon Boutte can take a step forward. So I'm not willing to believe that Demario Douglas is just going to suddenly become better at football than he's been to this point.
What about you, Rod? Let us hear it.
Demario almost said Demario Davis. He's no longer a Saint. Good luck to him in New York. But yeah, Douglas is like the definition of like the replaceable slot receiver. And I mean, we potentially have AJ Brown coming in. We already have Romeo Dubes there, who's also going to play a lot of slot. Um, they brought in another athletic freak tight end, so they're are quickly running out of target pie for Demario Douglas. I mean, it's all about timing with Douglas. Like you should have had him on the buy now market for any third, like a year and a half, 2 years ago. So
Probably.
if you're still holding on to your Demario Douglas shares, let me tell you, he is the definition of roster clogger. And I promise you, you will not miss those 8 points a game.
And this is, if you really think about the depth chart for the Patriots, you have Romeo Dobbs, Keyshawn Booty, Matt Collins, Kyle Williams, Efton Chisholm, and then you throw in potentially a AJ Brown. I mean, if you really look at that list, they only have 2 true slot guys, right? Kyle Williams can move inside and outside. I think Keyshawn Booty's better on the outside. Romeo Dobbs is better on the outside. And AJ Brown gives you best of both worlds, but he's better as an outside guy, right? Now, I think where you could see competition or things get a little mixy with Demario Douglas if he gets traction with another team. That's where I feel like guys really like, how would you say, re-energize their fantasy football value is when they head to a better situation. But I mean, hey, he's with Drake May, who we deem right now a top 5 dynasty fantasy quarterback, right? So how much better could the situation get? I mean, hell, he messed around, go to the Jets or some shit, or I don't know. I'm trying to think of another team that needs a slot wide receiver. They're really a dime a dozen at this point, and if you keep it a buck with me, so if hold on, he says Mike Robb says dye that man's hair blonde, and you got Jackson Dart on the stream. Hey, maybe so. Should we start doing what's that called, punked? And then say we got a guest experience from Jackson Dart.
Hey, I actually had my first ever flag football passing touchdown last week, so I'm more than happy to be throwing darts out here. I'm about to throw some more today if they let me play some Wildcat QB.
He said, "I'm ready to go right now." I miss playing out there. I got to get myself back into a league.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun. It hurts a lot, but it's fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. Brings out that competition though.
No, man, I have enough pain.
This one hurts my soul, y'all. You know why it hurts my soul? Because I was a very big believer. Nevertheless, it's for me. I still believe has some type of a role because he can play a lot of that slot. Who am I talking about? Troy Franklin of the Denver Broncos. Yes, they went out and traded for Jalen Waddle. Yes, they went out and drafted Jolly, who I've been scooping up in almost every league that I can, that people let him drop anywhere near the 4th or in that 3rd round. I love him there too. How are we feeling about Troy Franklin in 2026? Chat, do we have a thumbs up for Troy or thumbs down? I'm going to be in the middle, man. I'm staying there. 2 thumbs in the butt. What? Anyways,
we're allowed to go thumbs in the middle now. Yeah, thank you, Rocco. Have some conviction.
Okay, fine. I'll go thumbs up. I still have some type of love and some type of vision to where Franklin he has a role, right? And I think with Jalen Waddle, I think with maybe potentially what happens with Sutton, I have to see where the roles go right now, right? I have to see, does Evan Ingram get pushed to the abyss, or are they still trying to keep him some type of involved in the offense? We got to see how they work out that 3-headed monster. Does Jonah Coleman not really play a lot? Does Dobbins get majority of the carries? How does RG Harvey work himself throughout that? So Troy Franklin, I love the player. And once again, I hate to sound like a broken record. And I still think he has some type of ploy in the slot to where he could still be very serviceable, right? Where Jalen Wallace, he's an outside guy. Sutton, he's an outside guy. And then you start getting, I think Marvin Mims is kind of that outside guy that's pushing to the shits of things. Addy, Troy Franklin, let's hear it.
Well, just so you guys know, I actually just traded with the Podfather, no less, for Troy Franklin in a Dynasty League this week. Got a nice deal. Got to trade the 102 for the 104, and Troy Franklin, and who was else that I got? I got one other guy on top of that, but still, nevertheless, I want to talk about why Troy Franklin still deserves to be on your Dynasty roster. One, we saw a fantastic season from him last year. Wide receiver 30 overall. He was able to connect with Bo Nix. They played together in college, so it should be a solid connection. Now, if we look at the Broncos roster, they get Jalen Waddle. That should scare you a little bit. They also get 25 skill position players because that's the way Sean Payton runs his offense. But in 2027, there is next to no dead cap money for them getting rid of Courtland Sutton. And I'm not saying they should. I love Courtland. He's been fantastic, way underrated for years. But if they can get out from that contract, they're going to. They signed him to a 4-year deal for $92 million in 2025. If they can get out of that deal, they just hold on to Jalen Waddle and Troy Franklin. They're going to love that because they still have Pat Bryant on that roster. They might still have Marvin Mims and Justin Joe Lee, Jonah Coleman. They're going to round out the rest of that offense with RJ Harvey and still be able to put together a solid team around Bo Nix. I see Troy Franklin as a long-term piece of their offense, and I think especially if we see any injuries from Waddle, who, hey, can either person on this show tell me Waddle's been doing anything other than Waddle once he comes onto the field and pulls his hammy? Like, Troy's going to get a chance in there.
And Omar is in the house. What's happening, player? Hope we having a good day. And I'm with you. I'm right there with you. Rock, tell us how you feel about Waddle.
Waddle or Troy Franklin?
Sorry, not Waddle. Troy
I
Franklin.
love Waddle. I love Waddle. I don't care what y'all say about his injuries. That's the cost of playing in Miami for a shit franchise. Playing for a better franchise, I think he'll be able to stay somewhat healthier. I kind of looked at the out for Courtland Sutton as Addy was talking about it. He has an out in 2027, but it is going to incur $25 million dead cap. So maybe if he's still playing well, I think they're going to hold on to him. But I think this comes down to a bet on who do you like. I like both of them. I like Pat Bryant. I think Pat Bryant's going to start to eat into whatever share is left over between, and it's going to be a split between for the wide receiver 3. It's going to be a split for Franklin, and it's going to be a split for Bryant. So unless one or two of the starting wide receivers get hurt, you're basically getting nothing in 2026, and I think you're going to wind up cutting him because you're not going to be able to get anything, and you're going to have sexy players on the waiver wire, and he's like that last guy in your roster. So for me, I really don't want to cut Franklin. That's why I was sort of in the middle. I'm doing whatever I can to try to get him off my squad. Any year third, by the time waiver runs around in some of these drafts that are just ending, I may be putting him out for any year fourth. Push comes to shove, he may get cut. He's one of the last guys on a lot of rosters, and his seat is not safe right now.
Hey, I am not going to be the one to be like, hey, don't sell your Troy Franklin, right? I'm gonna ask y'all: would you go Troy Franklin or Elijah Surratt?
Surratt.
Troy Franklin.
Give me that mystery box.
Would you go Ted Hurst or Troy Franklin?
Hurst.
Would you go Jeremy Bernard or Troy Franklin?
Franklin.
Bernard.
Ew.
Malachi Fields or Troy Franklin?
Probably Fields.
Franklin. But it hurt on that one.
Fields has the pathway to be the 2 in his offense this year.
I just like Darnell Mooney.
Franklin needs to go somewhere else.
All right, last one. Would you rather have Troy Franklin or Denzel Boston?
Boston.
Oh, Boston's
the first round rookie pick, and you can't get a third for Franklin right now.
Jacoby Lane, last one. Jacoby Lane or Troy Franklin?
Lane.
Jacoby Lane. Come on.
Whoa. Okay. No. Hey, I'm not mad at it. Jacoby Lane could end up, proving us all wrong. I still have
peanut butter jelly sandwich or Troy Franklin.
Oh, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, dog. That's the goat right there.
Peanut butter jelly time.
That's the goat right there. But I will say this about Troy Franklin.
Adventure.
He does have a sponsor in Bo Nix. That's his boy, right? I don't think Bo is just going to let him go to just the abyss of wide receivers. So we'll see if Troy Franklin can, keep it on, and still, find his way. I still think he leaves a lot of meat on the bone on the field. It does seem like they try to keep him fairly evolved in the offense, and I want to see him continue to make the most of his opportunities because they're going to come. And I think Bone wants to keep him involved in the offense. So we'll see. Would you sell Troy Franklin for any or 2027 third right now?
Fuck yeah.
He said, Rocco's hip.
Fuck yeah, I've been trying in every league, but nobody wants fucking Troy Franklin. I'm telling you, in real leagues, nobody wants him. I wish y'all were in these leagues. Shit, you might be in these leagues and still won't come send me a fucking third for him. And that's your boy.
Can you send the fifth back?
We don't have fifths. We ain't no Mickey Mouse leagues here. Unless we do an IDP, then it makes sense. Otherwise, no fifth round. We need a waiver one. I will say this about Troy Franklin. I think he has a path to be a really important player on that team in real life as a third, a tertiary receiver, maybe a wide receiver 4, depending on how things play out. I just don't see the path for fantasy football consistency in my lineup. So that's me.
He said, "Nah, I got to be an early second for me."
Give me some of them drugs.
Then Omar said, "People barely want Sutton."
Omar's real. He's in these leagues. So
he ain't wrong.
Some homies in here talking. We're talking theory, but in real life, some of this shit don't work.
I respect it because honestly, I don't want Sutton. If someone was like, "Oh, I'll give you Sutton," I'm like, because you just don't know what his future looks like in Denver. Because there was talks about him being shipped out at the trade deadline last season, right? So it's hard to really have a good sense of what they're going to do with him because they have the youngsters to replace him. They have the bodies to replace. He's on the other side of 30 right now, or he's at 30. So I think the end is near, at least in Denver for Sutton. But I still think he has about 1 or 2, 3 solid years to give you. We're going to shift to a running back that honestly, I know some people are going to still punch themselves in the stomach because you probably drafted him in the second round the year that he came out, and he has touched the field probably once. Marshawn Lloyd for the Green Bay Packers, Mr. My neck and my back, my hammy, my spine, everything. This man, if you ever seen what was that one movie, The Long Shots or something like that, and the guy was called like ACL Terry. Yeah, that is motherfucking Marshawn Lloyd.
We got Bodak Bubiak has joined. Shit!
Oh shit! It is.
Let's fucking go.
Listen, everybody, it's two guys, one cut. Oh, two guys in one pot. I'm sorry, though.
I mean, that's where the name of the show comes from.
2 girls, 1 cup of shit.
Whoa. See, you weren't supposed to. See, you're not supposed to say. This is like that Key and Peele sketch where it's like, girl, you like a tall glass of water on a sweltering hot day. And then Peele comes in and is like, I like the way your titties popping out. You're not supposed to say the one thing, like, but you did it.
Spoiler alert.
And as you was just coming in,
shit, what's going on? What's
popping, man? Hey, y'all, we got Chev in the house. Clap it up, chat. We were just talking about Marshawn Lynch, and I had specifically brought up the movie. If you remember, go ahead. A long shot.
Marshawn Lloyd. Yeah.
So you're right, Marshawn Lloyd, and we were talking about the long shots. And if you remember Acel Terry, that's how I feel about Marshawn Lloyd. And since you just joined us, let's go with it, y'all. Thumbs up, thumbs down for Marshawn Lloyd in 2026. What the fuck? Hold on, Chuck. Okay, talk to.
We got a pod argument here. Let's go.
I haven't. No, we let two guys in one pod go.
Famous agree to disagree.
Talk to us. Why should we still be positive about Marshawn Lloyd in 2026?
Because you have no reason to be. If you believe in Jonathan Brooks, there's no reason you can't believe in Marshawn Lloyd. But also, you might fucking believe in Santa Claus too. I don't know. But I mean, hey, until somebody can tell me that he's not real, I'm gonna assume he's real. And I think the Packers think that he might still be real because they didn't bring in any serious backfield competition other than Damian Martinez. Okay, so one, I've watched Marshawn Lloyd as a 220-pound behemoth of a human being just cut and change directions. Now that might play a part in why his hamstrings are made out of silly putty. But if he can figure that whole thing out, maybe he got with Christian Watson's people. He saw some people, and now his hamstrings are healed. As far as I know, right now he's not injured. He's not on injured reserve. Right?
I haven't heard much. Yeah, you're right. He's not on injured reserve.
So, is it just that you don't think he's good?
No, I
know it's hurt. It hurts, but it's so cheap now that it hurts a lot less.
So you saying right now? I mean, I don't think anybody would fight you for a third, but I don't even feel sexy sending out a third for Marshawn Lloyd at this point.
Now, a third in 2026, maybe. A third in 2027, absolutely not.
Maybe could we push this out to maybe 2028?
Hey, I'll send that third and 20. I'll figure out a way. I'm a hustler, man. I'll figure out a way to get that 2028 third back. Between now and 2 years from now, assuming that I'm still on this side of the dirt, boys.
Yes, I would need to get that thing over there. Rocco, how do you feel about Lloyd?
Whoa.
Hold on, man. We was already in Paul's territory before you hopped on. These boys were going mad wild. It was. You would have thought it was xvideos.com and this bitch. How they were going. I'm telling you. Now
I know Addison's got this headband on like he's about to fucking jazzercise.
I got playing football in an hour, man. Look, I got my armbands too.
This man.
He's got his man panties on.
I ain't gonna lie.
Look at how cool I look throwing a ball with this.
Listen, Addi, right now, you know what you look like.
Nice manties.
You know that old fella that comes to the basketball court with the full on Jordan, bro. The whole Jordan outfit, the Chicago Bulls top, the Chicago Bulls shorts.
Yes.
That's the vibe.
No, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You look like you're about to do some like power Zumba.
Should see me play D-line. It looks a lot like Zumba.
Mike Robb says, breaking news, Marshawn Lloyd just stubbed his toe and is out 2 weeks. He's out. He's
died.
According to Packers running back coach, he's not getting his hopes up about Marshawn Lloyd in 2026 or ever. The Packers are viewing Lloyd as more of a luxury than a necessity. I mean, he's been hurt his whole career. It was widely reported that he has very skinny legs and he skips leg day a lot. So that is a problem for a guy that's constantly having leg issues. I'd rather take a gamble on Damian Martinez for the free 99 and add him to the bottom of my roster just because he's an asshole and is roared his welcome everywhere he's been since he left college doesn't mean he's not good at football.
What you're not gonna do is besmirch the character of Marshawn Lloyd with some accusations like he skips leg day.
Okay, no.
All right. Right. Skipping leg day for a running back is diabolical.
It is. It is.
All right. That's like not having Hokas on and you're like a world power walking champion.
I've actually seen Marshawn Lloyd recently. If anybody has a recent picture of Marshawn Lloyd, let me know. If he looks like goddamn Will Smith after he in an episode.
Listen,
he looks like DJ Jazzy Jeff getting thrown out the front door.
I'm just telling you.
I cannot believe this. I walk in Marshawn Lloyd slander.
I'm just saying. Come on, y'all. I'm just trying to just keep it up with this.
I can't believe you guys.
But no, I'm not mad at it. If there's anybody out there still having hope, and hell, like Chev said, if you're still a believer in Jonathan Brooks, I don't see why you're not still a believer in Marshawn
Lloyd, dude. Yeah.
So,
yeah, bro. If you don't believe in either one of those dudes, or you tell me it's over with, all right, you probably drink from a straw with no hands. Do with that information what you will.
I just saw that shit in my head too.
Yeah, exactly.
He said, "No, let's stay on the Packers actually to somebody." And this is not. And once again, because I don't want.
see, he tried it.
Addi,
you can't do it.
Addi, go to the
you can't do it without looking real suspect.
Real sus. And this is, I just want to get on the note. This is not saying that we don't think these guys are going to be good or relevant in real life. We're talking about in fantasy football, we don't think they're going to be good guys, or at least right now until they move squads, right? And we're keeping it on the Packers. Savion Williams, and he was somebody who everyone really had. He was like their pet cat because he would make some amazing plays. So, chat, are we going thumbs down or thumbs up? Ooh, I'm down with it. And I actually did like me some Savion Williams coming out of the draft because he was fun, but he didn't really have a position though. When he was doing running back stuff, he was like, "Bro, you're 6'4", go sit your ass on the outside." And then when he's on the outside, he will make a spectacular play, but then mess up on the easier things. And you still see it right now, even though it's a crowded Packers wide receiver room. He hasn't really, set himself ahead of anybody. Now, could he? I mean, when you have Jaden Reed on your team, that's a little hard, right? Because he basically takes the spot that you're in. You're not about to take snaps away from Josh Jacobs. So unless you're about to be the next Christian Montgomery out this motherfucker, or if you already know who that was, I think I butchered his first name. Montgomery out of Stanford, though.
Tyron Montgomery or Ty Montgomery?
Ty Montgomery.
We did this.
I got
this the other day.
issue.
Yeah.
We did this the exact same other day, Huncho.
Yeah. So listen, I'm. It's hard, but I'm thumbs down on Savion. Rock, let us know, what do you think about Savion Williams in 2026?
Even if Savion Williams turns out to be super awesome in whatever role they find for him, I just don't ever see that being a fantasy friendly role. Maybe he could be like have a bunch of different, be like a cheap Taysom impersonation without the quarterback play, or being good at football. But I just don't see him ever, running realistic routes and scoring fantasy points. I see him being brought in maybe for short yardage plays on some run plays, and some inventive ways to get him on the field, some gadgety stuff, and it could be helpful in real life. But he's not gonna crack, the top 4 wide receivers. He's not getting past Watson. He's not getting past Reed. He's not getting past Golden. Even with the guys they let go, he's at best, wide receiver 4, and that's just not gonna. I mean, Savion's gonna be on waiver wires in probably 90% of your dynasty leagues.
He probably is there right now. Speaking on it, how about
Easy
you,
drop?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at a player like Cordero Patterson, Velus Jones, Savion Williams, what you tend to find is that they're moving around from position to position. They can't tend to stick in the depth chart because they aren't getting all the reps with the coaching staff that they actually need to be successful there. And when you talk about a team like the Packers, where you clearly have a lot of talent in that room, there's a reason that these guys aren't playing all the snaps. It makes it hard for him because I'm sure they're looking at their running back depth and they're saying, Marshawn Lloyd, he gets hurt sometimes. Maybe we want to throw Savion at a couple of running back reps. And then they go back to the wide receiver room and they're like, oh, maybe we'll get Savion a couple of these Jaden Reed plays. And then all of a sudden, the guy has 6 plays that he knows how to run, and none of them are the plays they're running during any given game. And this guy's off your dynasty roster.
Yep. That's kind of the life cycle or the ownership of Savion Williams.
I almost want to hear what, like, anybody that's holding on to him, like, what's the Bulls case? Because we're just kind of dumping on him, but anybody can make a case for him actually being fantasy relevant at any point.
Dog, I love arguing as much as the next guy.
What's that?
I love arguing just as much as the next guy, as you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
But like that would be like, I mean, like me sticking my thumb in my butt and licking it just to see how it feels, dude. Like I don't understand why you would be arguing for Savion Williams if you weren't related to Savion Williams. Like I don't understand this. I can't what is your bull case, Addison? What would the bull, not that you're trying to make the argument, but like what would the bull case be for real?
Here's the bull case. 1, Christian Watson and Jaden Reed both get hurt. Matt Golden maybe doesn't pan out. So that's your starting case. And the end of that case is the player behind him is named Sky Moore. And that's the end of my argument.
When does Sky Moore get the fuck on the Packers?
I know, right? Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Wasn't he with the 49ers?
Yes.
He was. I'm pretty. Yeah.
He was on the 49ers.
I want to see Sky less, man. Another one of those chefs that everybody got excited about.
Yeah.
I'm already
boy.
You know what? Let's keep it in the same realm of guys. Since a 49er, Christian Kirk, Mr. Travel Guy himself. And they just listen. Linda, listen. Christian Kirk, if it wasn't for the injury bug, would be a consistent 1,000-yard receiver, in my opinion. Now, also, if I was if
I was 6'5", I'd be in the NFL.
Will we remember? Listen, he said, "Go ahead, retire, Playboy." Listen, I like me some Christian Kirk, and maybe I'm still thinking about his shadow of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah,
but
you can't be thinking about anything recent.
You're right though, because he hasn't done anything. He said anything. He hasn't done anything. You're right. I'm still thumbs up. I think because who is his competition in the slot and before the 49ers? Fuck Pearsall. Fuck Pearsall. Pearsall, he's outside.
No.
Man, he's bulletproof.
Okay,
Strictly even played in the slot a little bit.
Okay, so Addy, give me your starting wide receivers for the 49ers right now.
I mean, it's obviously Mike Evans, Ricky Pearsall, Deshaun Stripling. Deshaun. Is it? Do you pronounce it any differently with the Z?
I'm just gonna call him Dijon Stribling.
I like Deshaun. But yeah, those three guys.
That name's got a little mustard on it.
Exactly.
Yeah, also, Kyle Shanahan doesn't even run 3 wide receivers at that high of a rate. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Like,
check out League Champ for all the historical data on personnel groupings and usages. Also, as well too. Shameless plug. My bad.
And I like that.
We can get back to the episode.
No, I like that. No, because honestly, if we're looking at it, right, Christian Kirk, right, does he before the draft happened, they didn't have Stripling, but he was going to be on the outside anyway. Pearsall is going to be a guy who you move, I think, can go inside and outside. But do they give that? Do they give Stripling automatic rookie starts, or do they ease him into it, and then they go Mike Evans, they go Christian Kirk, and they go, I'm missing somebody, Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah, see, you're doing this on purpose now because you hate Ricky Pearsall. I know what you're doing.
Pearsall.
I'm just saying though, I feel like there's still a world where Christian Kirk can still be some type of relevant. Now that's in a world where he's healthy. That's been the only thing that's held him back is his health.
There's one other thing. Put that Mike Robb comment on the screen right quick.
He said, "Isn't Christian
Kirk
older than all 4 of you?" Hey.
I
for
wish.
Sure, born prior to 1997, for sure.
Listen, I'm telling you, Christian Kirk is going to go over 1,000 yards this season. I'm just playing. Don't take my word on that. I'm just
don't let your word hear that. You're going to get drug tested right away.
I'm just playing. Don't clip that, y'all. Don't clip that. There's some motherfucker that's gonna go that some guy said Christian Kirk was gonna go over. Don't do that. I'm just playing.
It's already. Hey, bro, internet's written in pen. You can't undo that.
What's more likely, Christian Kirk has over 30 catches on the season, or it gets cut before week 1? No way. Let's go in a circle. Rocco, what you think?
I think he'll have 30 catches. I think he's a professional wide receiver.
So
I'll go 30 catches.
30 catches.
That's like 1.8 catches a game.
He said, "Don't disrespect him now." He said he's not what he
used to. I mean, like, he's a good player. He's just hurt all the time.
Would you trade
Speaking of Mike Robb's comment, last 2 years he's had 27 and 28 catches. So
how many games though? Like 9?
8 games, 7 starts in 24, 13 and 3 games started in 2025.
And he just moved into an electric field.
Like, oh yeah.
His knees are actively getting like put into an outlet every day, man. Like, he's out.
Yeah. I wonder if like when they first walk on the practice field, everybody's hair like stands up.
I'm telling you, right? Like, he said, "Oh, they must get that shit on again." Like,
the thing is, CMC's an energy vampire. That's why he's the only one staying healthy.
Crispy said,
I seen him crawling around, do it like on all fours in the grass. I was like, yeah, that's a dude that knows how to take other people's energy.
I'm telling you, the 49ers,
by sneaking from behind.
Whoa. So you did that thing again where you weren't supposed to say that part out loud.
We're back
Another
at it.
earthy take from Rocco there.
I mean,
hey, I like to see the monster in my horror movies.
I mean, hey, let's keep it on old wide receivers then. Let's go, Mr. Calvin Ridley of the Tennessee Titans. Are we going thumbs up, thumbs down? And
bro, get him the fuck out of here.
Let's go with our Titans fan himself. Talk about Calvin Ridley in 2026. Can he redeem himself? Not with the Titans, but in another location.
No,
Titans, he's playing for the tits.
No, first of all, he's got MJ disease where he's like Captain Mucus Yellow Eyes. Then he looks like he's been working on carburetors all off season. Then on top of that, he fucking forgot how to catch the ball last season and just stunk it up. And now we've got Carnell Tate. We brought in Wandale. So there's a role for him to play the Z and probably be like a 65 to 70% route share player. But
what about DK?
I mean, that's the unfortunate part is these guys, Alec Manor, Chimere DK, Tyron Montgomery, all these guys are not going to get opportunities because we've decided to retain Calvin Ridley's services. And I mean, honestly, I'm at this point, I'm not sure if he hasn't just retired and not told anybody besides his family, because I just haven't seen anything productive from him in the calendar year of 2025, and I don't expect it in 2026.
Addy, what you think? Calvin Ridley, is he buttermilk buns? Is he up out of here?
My illustrious co-host watched far too much Calvin Ridley film last year. That I think is what he's suffering from at this moment. And what he's forgetting is Calvin Ridley plays his best football when there's someone better across from him. And now there is. There finally is for the Tennessee Titties. So he's going to get an opportunity to actually be open in there. I believe in Cam Ward. He's going to throw the ball well. Wan'Dale Robinson's good. I don't love him as a player, and I think he's going to be splitting snaps with DK. So I'm willing to believe that Ridley actually gets an opportunity to redeem himself this year in a Titties uniform. And I didn't see enough lack of athleticism last year to feel like I'm out on him.
Mike says, damn, man, going at Ridley like he did you dirty in life. Calvin Ridley is probably a really good guy. And once again, he was on the Atlanta Falcons, go my Falcons, and then he got caught gambling, got suspended for a year, came back, and thought he was the Michael Jordan of football. I just don't know. But hey, we all feel like we're the main character of our story. He obviously feels like he's a Hall of Famer. And life is giving him a little bit of reality of that. And
one of the staples, one of my theories is that if football players has showed you that he can be a 1,000-yard, semi, I'm not going to say elite, but really good at football, and has a down season, I think a lot of times you will see that bounce back, even if it's just 1 year. As Carnell Tate acclimates himself to the game, I think there's a window for 2026 to Calvin Ridley once again be a 1,000-yard receiver. I mean, he was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2 out of the last 3 years. I think he's going to make it 3 out of 4. He may sail into the sunset, but as he's getting that 1,000-yard season, I'm gonna get me a fucking second-round pick, and then that'll be it for my belief in Calvin Ridley.
Okay, now I see who smoked that good dust before they came on the pod today. That good old sugar booger. That good old chocolate dust. Now,
boy, oh my God, no, don't
keep me gassed up for game time.
Hear me out.
Ooh, boys, I don't like what y'all are saying about Calvin Ridley right now.
Really? Listen, Calvin is once again, I'm pretty sure he's an absolute amazing human being. And hey, we all make
we're not talking about him, the human being.
Right.
Okay. All right. He's done some great things in terms of like foster care and the adoption community because of his upbringing. Okay. So good human being. His football just sucks shit.
Now. Yeah.
And he likes to drink, apparently.
Yeah. Mucus eyes will tell you the truth about some stuff.
I'm telling you, young M.A., if you know. Now she feels
Massachusetts?
Better. No, god damn it, Rock. God damn it. Anyway.
I pronounce it massive two shits, as you were.
DJ Giddens. No. Maybe some people overdrafted him last year. I was somebody who was I loved his game coming out of Kansas State. But I still think he's the RB2. Looking at their depth chart, obviously they got the RB1 of Jonathan Taylor. You have Tyler Goodson, Trey Sermon, Ulysses Bentley the fourth. That's a fucking president's name. And then Seth McGowan, who I feel like could be the dark horse to give them a little bit of run for the RB2. Y'all, why didn't DJ Giddens get more churn and burn in 2026? And do we still believe in his role with the Colts? Or it's just hard to take Taylor off the field? Are we going thumbs up, thumbs down? I'm gonna have to stay up with this one, like Viagra on an 80-year-old's dick. And now let me hear y'all. Chev, why are you down on DJ Giddens?
Where do you want me to start? Do you want me to start with I think Seth McGowan's better than him?
I'm not. I wouldn't fight you on that one, but it's okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. I actually talk to.
I shouldn't be too excited for Seth McGowan.
I think Seth McGowan, and it sucks because I really like DJ Giddens, and I'm willing to be wrong on this one, but I think Seth McGowan just kind of directly more fits what they're trying to do if Jonathan Taylor is to miss time. So he goes into that lead back role. DJ Giddens could function as like a change of pace coming in maybe during 2-minute drill. So he could get you some PPR cheats, but the thing is just Jonathan Taylor is in the prime of his career. He's cheap Derrick Henry. Like he's Derrick Henry light, but he can give you 40 reception upside. And he was 25 points a game for the first 10 weeks of last season. If Jonathan Taylor is healthy, there is no relevant player behind him. So I would rather take a shot on the unknown rather than just holding on to DJ Giddens. I thought DJ Giddens was going to be a thing, and then he goes to the Colts, and they just, they're not really going to use him. There's no real path for him to. There's no real path to fantasy relevance. So, and on top of that, they added a guy that I think just 1-for-1 might be better than him.
Addy, let us hear it.
Yeah, I mean, Chev said it pretty well, but I'll go into the take of Seth McGowan. McGowan was able to be a full lead back for Kentucky. He got the ball in all sorts of situations. He didn't have a lot of breakaway runs, and that's why his yards per carry looks low. But when it comes down to it, he's able to play football. Largely off the field issues are the main reason he fell down in the draft. Otherwise, we'd be looking at him way higher than he was. So he goes to that offense and essentially jumps straight up into competition with Giddens. Giddens should be their third down back. Goodson hasn't really shown anything to suggest that he should be that guy. And Trey Sermon is false gold. He's not a player that you want backing up your play.
He's still there.
I don't see him on the depth chart.
I thought Trey Sermon was playing for the Birmingham Stallions.
I thought he was too. Okay, Hunter.
I got Giddens, McGowan.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Ulysses Bentley the fourth. I don't know you. Lincoln Paré and Jordan Vaughn. I think what we have to get at is if Jonathan Taylor gets hurt, this offense is gonna be fucking atrocious, and you're not gonna really want any of these guys.
Anyway, so I ain't mad at it. Now, let's go to his teammate as we get into the end of our list. Anthony Richardson, as he has been throwing this offseason, and maybe I think it's over in Indianapolis, as the next time you see a brother start for the Colts might be when goddamn you never actually. So damn, as we go, what's my lighter on? We remember, hey, all the times we had together. Anthony Richardson, that's your coach career going down the drain, baby. As we go, listen, we're gonna do a little. All right, listen.
Ooh, you might need some auto tune.
Oh, listen, I'm trying to be like T-Pain, but I think
that was painful for sure.
I think somebody just talked about actually Anthony Richardson today in the Discord, and would or should they take a 2002 right now? Somebody's offering them a 2002. Should they take that? or hold on to Anthony Richardson.
A
I said
2027 second.
A 2027 second for Anthony Richardson. He would not be an Indianapolis Colt.
Yeah, that's. I love A Rich, and I would take a second for him in a heartbeat.
I think they're saying. I think they're saying in Dynasty leagues.
Dynasty.
Somebody
Oh,
offered
Dynasty.
a second.
Oh, yeah. If I get a 27 second, yeah, 1,000%. Yes.
Twice on Sunday.
Go send. Go. Hey, if you listening to Discord, I gotta go check who you were. Hit that trade. Send his ass off for a 2027 second.
Look, there's a real chance that this value goes to zero, and he's starting a rap group with Kadarius Toney very soon.
That 2027 second could be Chambliss if he doesn't, go back to school.
Hey, if he doesn't find a way to get like a 9th year of eligibility, all right, I don't know whose balls he got massaged to get it. I wanted him in this draft so bad. He would have been the QB2 for me, but different story for a different day. But all that to say,
you know why he got the eligibility, right? The judge was a fan.
Yeah. That's what I said. You just tickle his balls a little bit. All of a sudden, you get a 7th or 6th year of eligibility or whatever. I'm a big Chambliss guy, but I don't. There's just. I mean, I'm also a diehard Florida fan. Like I watched Anthony Richardson, and all of the negatives have just shown up in spades in the pros for him. Like it's a combination of not playing enough football, not playing enough good football, and being a freak athlete.
Yeah.
Like, if he was a really good player, if we're being honest about this, if he was a really good player, he wouldn't have been rotating snaps for 2 years prior to him declaring for the NFL draft off of 13 full starts or however many starts it was. And there's guys who are built to handle it, and there's Anthony Richardson, and he's not built for it. Like he's got all the physical tools. I mean, physically, he's Cam Newton. Mentally, he's Nathan Peterman.
I just don't know where you go. Maybe it's the environment. I just don't know. Hell,
they rehabbed Daniel Jones in like 8 months. He was the leading MVP candidate before he exploded his Achilles.
Right.
We went from, man, Daniel Jones sucks, and Brian Daboll's getting scapegoated because of him, to Brian Daboll really fucking sucks, and Daniel Jones is going to win MVP. And that was just changing the environment.
What's up, Addi?
I implore you to, one, look at the fantasy finishes. A-Rich has been a productive fantasy quarterback, and then I want to look at similar players to A-Rich, because there are similar players. There's guys like Justin Fields. There's guys like Tyrod Taylor. There are guys like Cam Newton who extend their career into fantasy relevance by continuing to get backup quarterback opportunities. A-Rich will get those opportunities. You're going to see A-Rich playing in a Jets uniform this year, taking the starting role from Geno Smith before they get a better quarterback next year.
Yeah,
I'll take things that are never going to happen for $5 billion.
Hey, you totally lost me at the Jets.
I am fucking diamond handing my fucking Anthony Richardson. If it goes to zero, it goes to zero.
You said
I am not taking a third. I can get a third any number of ways. I'm really good at accumulating random picks. But I'll just say this: for a guy that can barely complete a forward pass, he is 8-7 in his career.
Are we going?
He has won games, as terrible as we say he is. And I think part of it is he and the Colts should have gotten divorced already. They obviously hate each other, but they're staying together for the kids. I don't know what the fuck they're staying together for. They should cut the man. If you're gonna talk shit about him in public constantly, just let the man walk, see what happens. I was hoping that he would go to Green Bay and have like a Malik Willis type trajectory. That ship has sailed, apparently. I wanted him to go to Pittsburgh to, learn under Mike Tomlin. That ship has sailed. I don't know what the next, hopium location is. I'll figure it out sooner or later, but I am holding on to my AR.
You know who
And
people said sucked before this year? Malik Willis.
I never thought Malik Willis sucked though. That's
A bunch
As
of
soon as he
people
got
were
a
General
true
public
Green
did.
Bay Packers uniform, no, everybody stopped saying he sucked.
But put A. Rich in the Packers uniform, man. It could happen.
Hey, put wheels on my grandma, and she's a fucking bicycle. What are we talking about here? Are you saying that he should go to Minnesota and be the backup to JJ McCarthy? They're not going to do that.
Well, right now they have the way they have Kyler Murray's points on Sleeper. They have him as a starter over JJ. But I will say, would you go Carson Beck over Anthony Richardson?
I would rather cut my own nose off
Would you go Drew
than select
Allard,
Carson Beck in any format.
or Anthony Richardson?
Anthony Richardson.
Did you see that?
Drew Allard is
Why?
Anthony Richardson if he never ever did anything good.
Ty Simpson or Anthony Richardson?
I go Ty Simpson there.
The allure of the Rams starting job in 1 to 2 years is just too enticing.
Yeah.
Give me Ty
Yeah,
there.
bro.
Let's look at it from a value proposition. Ty Simpson's going in the first of rookie drafts, and you'd be lucky to get any year second for Anthony Richardson. You probably can't even get a third in most leagues. So
I'm not.
Yeah.
just look at it from that perspective.
I'm just.
Hey, shout out to Dynasty Dog Mike and his co-host Rich, who I offered 2 seconds for Anthony Richardson last year and he turned it down. Sometimes the best trades you don't make, boys.
I would have turned you down too. So
Yeah, I appreciate it.
diamond hands,
He said, "Appreciate it, big dog."
kung fu grip.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, that made me laugh. Okay, we got one more person on this list, I believe, and it kind of hurts me because he was somebody I truly believed in last year, but I don't think it's over. Maybe just with the Kansas City Chiefs if he doesn't put something together. Jalen Royals. What is happening? Oh, I guess Kendra Miller too. We gotta get to that. But do we still? I mean, I still believe in Jalen Royals. So thumbs up or thumbs down on Mr. Jalen Royals himself. I'm not ready to throw my boy in a backwood. I'm not worried about no Jeff Caldwell. I'm not worried about no fuck. I am a little worried about Cyrus Allen. I fuck with that boy.
Should
Heavy.
be.
I am very much worried about that boy.
New Orleans own.
Okay, I am very much worried, but
Ooh, boss.
I still think
Nola, baby.
Nola, baby. I still think there's a world where he can blossom. He just has to show it. Like, right, what we liked about him, what we love a lot about Omar Cooper this year was his yak ability and his route running. And really, he got off to a bad start last offseason. He got hurt and was rehab. He was already coming into the offseason hurt around draft time. Then got hurt in the early part of the season and then was just playing catch up. And then your starting quarterback obliterates his knee. So you don't really get the best rookie year. And then your team goes out and drafts wide receivers. They basically put all you motherfuckers on notice and like, we're not going outside with our Hall of Fame quarterback and y'all dropping the church's money. We're going to make it a competition. And that goes out to previous first rounders that they have and other guys on the squad. Jalen Royals in 2026. What is the positives that people should be looking at? Chev.
I mean, I still think the ceiling's really high. I don't think that they drafted him as they drafted him as an insurance piece to Rashee Rice. We've seen the Chiefs do this before. They did it with Tyreek Hill, with McCole Hardman back in the day. Now, it didn't work out. No offense to your dogs.
Go Dogs.
I mean, he caught the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl. So, I mean, like, you got the memories and stuff. But it never equated to much from a consistent fantasy perspective. Now, with Jalen Royals, it was a year 1-0, which that happens from time to time with Chiefs receivers. But I think thumbs up for Royals on Alberta Rough Riders. That is hilarious. I mean,
That's a great name.
that's a possible outcome, man. But I think they're trying to figure out life after Rashee Rice, with Rashee Rice still on the roster, because they're probably going to franchise tag. There's zero chance they give him meaningful money.
I don't think so. No.
Security, right? Exactly. So he's for sure beat his way out of that. So I think that they're trying to figure out life without him. I mean, it's worth continuing to roster Jalen Royals right now in shallow leagues. He probably hit waivers. No. But I can't say with confidence that he's going to mean something this year, but he's such a skill set match to the way that he played at Utah State and the way that Rashee Rice played at SMU that you can clearly draw the parallel. That if they gave him the ball, good things would happen. But also, we don't know that they're going to give him the ball ever.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah, mine's going to be quick. I've covered most of it, but that guy with that sort of prospect profile, 4.4 40, like only 23 years old, had 15 touchdowns in his rookie season or his freshman season in college. Like, he has the ability to be that big play guy. I am going to struggle to believe it on the Chiefs until that target competition clears out, because I still have a little bit of hope for Xavier Worthy. Cyrus Allen's an absolute beast. And Rashee Rice, if he's on the field, he's great. But there's an opportunity. There's an opportunity for him to carve out a role this year. And if he does, that's going to make me even more confident that he's going to keep it.
I think the long play is for 2027, like Chev pointed out, where Rashee Rice, and we saw this with George Pickens, even after him dropping 1,400 yards, there were teams, his agent very much went around asking, yo, what do y'all think of a long-term contract to come getting George? They did not get one. Reason why he signed his tender with the Cowboys, or his franchise tag with the Cowboys. Because even though he had a monster year, teams don't want to put long-term money into players they don't have 100% conviction in. They're not going, and that's the days of AB is over. AB fucked everybody's money up. Okay, the AB was the first one that messed it up for all the wide receivers, because he went around, started getting money from the NFL teams and acted a fool. NFL teams ain't going for that anymore. So Rashee Rice, I think he potentially will get a long-term contract. It won't be with the Chiefs, and he'll have to probably play on the franchise tag for a year or prove that he know how to act, like our parents used to say, act like you got some damn sense and go sit down somewhere.
Every time you look up, man, like every time you hear about anything about the Chiefs, the first thing that you think about is like, fuck, what did Rashee Rice do now?
What do you think, Rob?
I think the problem with Royals is he went in the 5th round, 6th round. Is that
a fourth?
He went in the 4th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. But I think the problem is he had a red shirt, basically a red shirt first year, rookie year. If he doesn't do anything this year, those guys just kind of just wash out. I mean, he could have like a later breakout like Adam Thielen, but will anybody still roster him by the time that happens? I don't know. And we're talking about 27, but the Kansas City could go heavily into a wide receiver rich draft in 2027. But I do think there is a chance for some opportunity, because Worthy's getting close to super bust territory. Rashee Rice is one bad decision away from not playing in the NFL. Travis Kelce's, getting close to 40. So there is potential ways to get him onto the field. But if those ways don't materialize in 2026, it may not happen for him. At least it won't happen for the people that are holding Jalen Royals right this minute.
I'm with you on that one. And he's somebody who I've been very much trying to hold on my taxi squads. He hasn't joined the cut squad as of yet, and I haven't needed to make room anywhere. But maybe another year goes by where he doesn't do anything. My love for him might just have to turn with another rookie class coming in, and especially 2027, where I think they would clear out a lot of the rookies in that draft would clear out their taxi squads of the previous 2 years for sure when it comes to talent. But that has been Last Chance You. And let's go around and give a name of a player that could be on their last stint with their team of fantasy football relevance that we didn't mention. I'll go first. Deontay Thornton is somebody who I have dropped in quite a few of my leagues. And it's been tough decisions, man. He has been the decision I have made to get rid of. When it comes to and Tennessee wide receivers, they don't have the best track record, right? There's been some success stories, but there's also been
Oh,
Oh,
I am back. I am back.
oh shit!
I am back.
Oh
That
shit! Musical chairs. I'm so
that,
confused
that
now.
shit just dropped me off, and it still kept.
We're in different windows.
But I will say, back when I was saying, I say Deontay Thornton. He's been somebody I'm dropping to make room for a couple of guys I like better. It just if it was something there, and maybe he takes a step in year two, right? And with a better quarterback situation, who knows? But I'm out on Dante Thornton. Like Chrissy said, hand on shoulder meme. It's time to get him out of here. He's somebody who I'm fairly cutting, and I feel I don't really bat an eye about it. Addy, who is somebody that you feel is in Last Chance You?
I'm going to go with the one, the only, Roshan Johnson. I still believe in the prospect profile. Still believe he has that talent. I think he can catch the football in his one carry of 2025. He got 10 yards. It looked great before he pulled his hamstring, back, quad, and tricep up.
All muscles.
I want to believe that there's still a chance for my boy Rashod. We'll see if it keeps up. He's been pretty close to the cut line in about every single one of my teams.
Fun fact: he was in the 2025 iteration of this show, and we decided to cut him back then. So a year later, his situation is definitely worse.
And it did not get
Najee Harris. Give me Najee Harris then.
Hey, brother, and it did not get any type of better and from that video to this one. That is hilarious as shit.
Give me other slow running backs that can catch the ball and have recently got injured.
Chev ready to lose his. Look at Chev.
Give me any player Chev doesn't like. Give me Nick Singleton in 1 year.
Roshan, everyone laughs. Roshan, listen, if you ever come across this video when we clip this shit, we're not laughing at you.
No, I'm not laughing at you. They are. I'm still with you, Roshan.
If you ever come across Roshan Johnson, you should probably be in jail.
Mr. he said, I like you and I want you.
Chev, who's your person?
He said, I didn't come.
I still haven't recovered from this Roshan Johnson business. I'm still trying to emotionally. I did not expect to hear that name. Okay, first of all, I thought I'm not gonna lie. I thought that he had already retired and he's just somewhere in Texas,
drinking margaritas,
coaching little kids or something. Just, he started a youth foundation. He did good with the community because he didn't do good with the fantasy community. Okay, but now that he's still in the NFL, we've got to react accordingly. And that was my reaction, is just pure unadulterated disappointment that we had to talk about him in the year of our Lord 2026. Okay.
I love that.
Mine is Trey Benson.
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel better about that?
Hi.
Do you feel better about that?
I feel like Trey Benson, at least, like, we got like a couple cool moments.
I think that Roshan Johnson has more fantasy points than Trey Benson in his
You
career.
are a fucking liar.
Okay, wait 1 sec. Wait 1 sec. Let's fact check this. Let's fact check it real
Fact check
fast.
it.
What year?
Hold up.
What year are we speaking on? Just in general.
Yeah,
Whole
just
career.
in general. There's no way.
Roshan has the
Look.
vibes of somebody that scored more fantasy points than Benson, is what our Duck League CEO is telling us right here.
So
Our Duckling CEO is also a diehard Bears fan, so of course he's not going to say anything bad about Roshan Johnson.
I will say,
Oh please, he's injured all my dynasty rosters, but let's check these bad boys out. 44 and 28 PPR points for Trey Benson in half PPR, so a solid 72 versus Roshan. Let's pull this up. Roshan Johnson. Sorry, I couldn't figure out how to spell Roshan's name. That's why this took a minute.
It's Rakshan.
Yeah. In his first year in the NFL, 85 PPR points.
Oh, you see, you did have PPR. You didn't have PPR.
It doesn't matter.
You
He had
did have
69
PPR.
the year after.
See, you cooking the books. I knew it. I knew it.
34 receptions. It doesn't even make a difference. And he got 69 the year after. Only one this past year.
Yeah, throw that man in the blunt. It's time to put him in some biscotti because it's time to get him up out of here. But those are guys. I can't wait to see who's on this list next. Oh, go ahead, Rob. Did you give yours?
Yeah, I exist.
My fault. I thought you gave yours.
Trey Benson's a bet on athleticism, not a bet on working eyes, Ray Charles. So my guys that are very, very hard to cut right now, it's close to home. Just like Addi, I'll be a homer too. Devin Neal and Audric Estime. Unfortunately, Mr. Estime has left a lot of my rosters with Travis Etienne chains coming in.
I'm picking Neal everywhere.
It looks like AK is gonna stick around under the contract. There's just not a lot left there. So what I've been doing is I've been trying to sell Neal for any third. If I have Neal in a shared league, you're more than welcome. Any third, it's listed. Estime, love the talent, but until he finds a team that believes in him, he's gonna hit waivers. But he will be. I do have my watch list on you, my friend. And any news out there, he's getting back on my squad. But right now, I have to make room for unknown rookies. So those are my two guys. What do you guys think?
Estime's out of there. Backwood. Kendrick Miller. Backwood. Devin Neal. I still love him as a player. He still looked good when he was in there. So I'm gonna keep him in there. Any other guy, Backwood, Biscotti, Georgia Cheese, get them up out of here because they're not going to be any type of relevant.
Kendrick Miller gets healthy, sure, but otherwise,
right. Again, back to my grandma having wheels.
Yeah.
Kendrick's about as good a bet as Trey Benson.
Crispy gave a good name. I'm hanging on to Curtis Rourke. Just want to see it this offseason, maybe a preseason game if he plays. Didn't he redshirt all of last year?
Yeah.
If he has one of the best back shoulder throws I've seen in the college game. That's about all I can say about him.
First off, he's a better example of ACL Terry. If there's any motherfucking example that he tear, he's not a quarterback. He's probably on your waivers right now if you want to go get him. I would check if Devin Neal's on your motherfucking waiver if he still is. But that has been Last Chance U, and with our wonderful guests as always, Addi and Chev. Thank you as always, two guys, one pod. Always enjoy having you ball knowers on the chat, and y'all know what it is. Always with me, Honcho, and my guy to the right.
Siriaco, call me Rocco.
And we are your fantasy playbook to more championship wins and Rocco, the land of the motherfucking West.
We are a fantasy football podcast for Dynasty Sickos by Dynasty Sickos. Everybody's welcome. Man, love it when the two guys in one pod we have a smash up, and it's always fireworks. This was fun.
Whoa. I love it when we have a smash and it's all fireworks. Get the fuck off my laptop. I'm going to sleep. Hey,
Oh, did he?
Oh, Diddy, baby. Just playing. Hope everyone has an amazing night. Appreciate everyone that tunes in. The off season is always running. We're going. The NFL season needs to get here already. I need to see training camp. People losing their minds over these rookie minicamp clips, y'all. I need y'all to remember this. This is rookie motherfucking minicamp. No, hey, these boys got on shorts and shirts. That's it. No pads.
You're not putting that horny back in the tube, boy. It's male pattern rookie horniness season.
So,
keep your pants on, fellas.
People see these clips and think they're about to be the next Hall of Fame or Pro Bowler. Right? So just keep your like they're already on KC Concepcion for dropping passes and Ricky Minicamp.
Yeah, he drops passes. That's kind of his thing. But when he catches them, he does cool stuff.
He does really nice things with it. Yeah, Jamar Chase they said he had a problem with until he did it. So once again, hope everyone has an amazing night. And as we go out, this is League Champ. Where?
Hey,
actually, we got the two guys here. Any new fun things coming in for the summer and upcoming season?
Oh yeah, the orphanage is about to open up. It's going to be real fun. We have that coming out in just a few weeks here. Just waiting around here, just getting the final nuts and bolts layered in there. But we got all the formation data in there. It is the best research tool on the market. Be sure to check that out. And obviously, run that ad. I got a mob out right now to win some flag football games. So thank you guys for having me.
Go get that advertising. And that is it. Hope you have an amazing night.